Mama, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's your rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, no, be not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a, but then take a sin.
Even with Tom Brady gone in 2020, the Jets still couldn't beat the Patriots. New York has dropped 10 straight to New England, but they'll try to turn the plane around next.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the New England Patriots. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, and Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. Well, this defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On second down, it's Anderson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
To throw on third down, Harrington. toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
So, Charles, this, game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off near the 44. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now for the point after. He's got it, and the Jets lead at 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick 6 for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick 6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one.
There he goes, right side. Shoves him away. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Harrington. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week.
Just looking really poor. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 15. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
What I enjoyed this week is that you were asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw on second down. Plummer. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. These two teams, Charles, the Jets and Patriots, great rivals in the AFCs going back to the beginning of the Super Bowl era. Been a long time. Now, of course, in the recent memory, the Patriots, they have dominated, and that's capital D dominated. But, you know, change comes eventually. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Harrington over the middle, complete. That's Gardner. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Looking to throw. Harrington. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
That was a really nice job there, stretching zone coverage by running that route deep enough before breaking it back towards the sideline and being open.
And a precise throw for the reception in the 1st. They'll run on 1st down. It's Holmes, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Off play action. Plummer. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Don't do us like that.
Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So 2 disastrous running plays, and now they face a 3rd and very long. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Geno Atkins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. New England trying to get to place on offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing on 1st down. Harrington. He finds his man, complete. It's McGee. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down, Anderson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st down, Harrington. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Harrington. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll go down at the 28.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Going deep this time for Miller. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. New England's offense set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Harrington. And the Jets pressure, 2 notches, down he goes. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Tackle made by Antoine Bethea. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Plummer. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is now a hit and a loose football. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase him. Under pressure, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
He's got Smith here. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first,
and just like that, on we head to half number 2. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second and 8. Back to throw. Plummer. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Plummer. Throw left side complete. That's Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close. Now that Patriots sideline not happy with what just transpired. And they're going So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. He finds his man, complete. It's Gardner. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Following the fumble recovery, Plummer. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Off the play fake. Harrington. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Harrington caught by Jones. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is
touchdown, Patriots! From 6 yards away. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. New York ready to go again offensively. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's a big play that time by the Jets.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he's going to be met at about the 43.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd down now, it's Holmes. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come back and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. On the carry, it's Holmes. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Off play action. Plummer. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will tie our game here in the third. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle?
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He finds his man, complete. It's McGee, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Harrington. Looking left side, and it's complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now here's the signal clear, getting ready to lead this offense again. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake. Harrington. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. On 1st down, Holmes. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Plummer. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw. Plummer. Can't get away, and he's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here's the Jets punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And the Jetsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. On 1st and 10, Plummer. Pass caught, Miller, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Throwing on 1st down. Plummer, he'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run with Holmes. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Holmes. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. On 2nd down, it's Holmes, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. Jets are going to win the football game. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Jets, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.